I want to give a big shout out to Donnie Watts. Big shout out to Shannon Harris. I did shout you out. At least your name looked familiar. Big shout out to Lava Roberts. Big shout out to Zoe G305. Big shout out to Ghost Clip. Real Son Scotty. Big Two Jock. Shout out to you for being a day one. You genius, Tay. Blank is just blank. WM Coop 22. Jesse Bunch. Eric Mitchell. 601 Trucking. Artatita. Big shout out to Ethan Tremblay and Project D. Big shout out to y'all. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. So, probably about 15 minutes after Mitch leave out and after TEVO and them coming there, asking me where the stuff at and all that. After they leave out my room, probably about 15 minutes later, knock at the door. I'm like, yo, it's TEVO coming back in there. He coming there, hell yeah, G, dapping me up. Boy, finna have to give you a promotion, boy. I'm like, promotion for what? He like, boy, you handled that business, boy. You handled that business. He pacing back and forth while he talking to me. I'm standing over here by my box towards the end of the room. But while he pacing, I could see him looking around at everything, the wall, the ceiling, the box, behind the box. I could see he peeping, trying to see if he could find something. He like, boy, you handled that business. Nigga finna have to promote you. So I say, nah, G, I ain't handling no business, bro. I just told him, you feel me? I just explained to him that it ain't worth it. I was like, bro, you really need to stop saying that because you're making it look like I just slid, bro. That ain't what I did. And when you say slid or slide somebody, that's just another word for that's the person that put him on the dope. So if they be like, yeah, CB slid that boy, that mean I put him on the dope. And I'm just telling him, like, bro, stop saying that because that ain't what I did. So he like, yeah, that right. So he like, hey, G, man, look, bro, between me and you, man, where that shit at, bro? Let's bust it down the middle. Me and you. We ain't gonna repeat nothing to nobody. Me and you, let's bust it down the middle. And I was like, bro, the man took it to another dorm. He did not tell me where he took it at, but even if I did know where it was at, bro, I'm not about to do that. I'm not stealing from no brother. He said, nigga, that ain't stealing because I'm taking. I said, well, bro, you ain't taking. You taking is, running up on somebody, but give me that, taking it right in front of him. This is considered stealing, and it's a brother. What the hell I want to take something from him for? He like, man, all that bitch-ass backbiting that man been doing, he ain't no damn brother. I'm like, bro, I don't know about all that. I'm just saying I'm not, even if I did know where it was at, I wouldn't be interested in taking it. I just wouldn't do that. So he like, all right, that right, that love. You straight though, G? I'm like, yeah, I'm straight. So he leave out the room. We probably had a few hours before lockdown, bro. Probably about 3 times before the lockdown time came, the man just kept coming back to my room. Just asking me, yo, what you got going on, G? You straight? Shit, I'm just checking on you, man. Really bored as hell. Kicking it like that. I ain't stupid, bro. You trying to see if I'm finna be acting weird or if I done pulled a pack out or anything like that. So when the girl come in the screen lockdown, TEVO talking to her at the door. I guess he been at the booth talking to her the whole time. He walking with her while she locking people down and stuff. Then, he eventually branch off, go to his room. So she get up here on this side. I ain't closed the door yet. I'm just sitting on the bed. She pulled my door open. She looked in there. She said, hey, Mitch left his shoes in here. I went to look. I'm like, some shoes? And there was one pair of shoes up under the bed. I said, he damn sure did. She said, he told me to tell you to bring them to him. She said, I'm going to lock everybody down, then I got to go do the other dorm, and then I'm going to do my little paperwork, and then I'm going to come get you. So I'm like, all right, cool. So she locked my door. She gone about her business. Probably about 2 hours later, I slick had dozed off in there. She came, opened the door. I jumped up. She like, you ready to take them shoes to Mitch? I was like, yeah. And then she kind of stuck her head in the door a little bit and was like, hey, psst, psst, hey. And I looked up at her. I'm like, what's up? She was like, charger. His charger. He need his charger. And when I realized what she was saying, I was like, all right, bet. All right. And she left my door open and walked away from the door. Mitch did leave his charger in here. I had been put it up, though. So I put the towel over the door, put the tissue in the door like I'm using the bathroom so I could go to the spot, pull his charger back out, wrapped it up in like some little saran wrap, put it in that little pocket in front of my boxers, grabbed his shoes, brushed my teeth, washed my face and stuff, and I went out there to the booth. She seen me walking up, she popped the door, let me out in the salad pot, and then she walked out there with me to like get on the walk. It's like 1:20, 1:30 in the morning now. We walking up here. So she was like, hey, that's just so crazy. Like, Mitch told me that TEVO, trying to pull some type of stunt or whatever, but TEVO told me something else totally different, and I just can't believe that. Like, her voice started cracking like she was finna cry, and she was like, that's just so crazy, I can't believe Mitch. Yeah, I'm saying, I'm like, you can't believe Mitch, what you mean? She was like, is it true if I ask you, would you just tell me the truth? I'm like, what's up? She was like, TEVO told me Mitch, he been stealing money from the GDs and that he got caught with a gay porn thing on his phone saved as his screensaver. Is that true? And I was like, bro, that's cap, bro. I ain't never heard of no shit like that. I said, that's what TEVO told you the reason Mitch went on the door? She said, yeah. I said, man, hell no. She said, so what happened? I said, man, I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't really just go deep into it until I figure some things out because I still don't know everything, but hell no, it ain't had nothing. Man, Mitch ain't stole nothing. That man wasn't on no type of site or whatever the case. And she was like, I fuck with Mitch. I'm like, yeah, I know that my roommate. She was like, I be talking to TEVO, but I ain't never know, like, TEVO always done said slick stuff about him. And used to always tell me, I'll put that nigga on the door, told me he the biggest GD, ain't nobody got more pull than him, and that he'll put Mitch on the door if that's all it takes for me and him to lock in. And I used to tell him it ain't, I used to be telling him like, me and Mitch ain't got nothing going on. But I guess, he just see the difference when Mitch come around, how I just get bubbly and freeze up, whatever. But that's what he told me happened to Mitch. I'm like, nah, hell nah. So we make it to the whole go to Mitch door. So when he see me, his ugly ass go to smile, and he already had the flap open. He like, that love, G, that love. So, we was walking up to the hole. Once I got in that dark area where the camera couldn't see me, I pulled the charger out and stuck it inside the shoes. Went in there, gave him his shoes. I'm linked down there talking to him. The girl still standing at the door. I'm like, bro, you know what old girl told me? He was like, yeah, she told me that shit. He said I'm gay and that I've been stealing GD funds. I said, yeah. He was like, man, that nigga lying in here, man. I'm finna get tapped in with somebody, but I promise you that. I said, yeah, I'm gonna call around a little bit for you too, bro. He was like, hey, listen, C-Bill, bro, I need you to do me a very, very, very important favor, bro. I'm like, what's up? He said, man, Shawty need $2,500 before she leave. I'm talking about before this shift is over with. Bro, I need her to have this money, bro, because that's what I was supposed to pay her. But I was supposed to make a few jugs and shit off the pack I got. But this dumbass shit happened. He was like, and I just ain't got it on the thing right now, bro. And my other folks who dealing with some of my money, I know for a fact they sleep right now. He said, listen, bro, you could pull up on the white boy downstairs, get that for me, or, bro, just send it to her and you could take the equal value out of that shit once you get it or once we get this straightened out or whatever. You got to tell him 2015 Honda Accord. Once you say that, that's the code I gave him. I wrote it down. I told him whoever say 2015 Honda Accord to him, he know whatever they say do with that packet, however they say control it, that's what needs to be done with it. So I'm like, all right, better, I'll make sure she get it, G. He like, please, bro, do that for me. I'm like, bro, I got you. That's nothing. I got you, bro. So he like, all right, bro, that love, just try to call around for me and see about something. I'm like, all right, bro, that's a bet. So she come over here. So, I walk off a little bit. She go to talking to him for a minute, then she come out. So when we hit the walk, first thing she said, did he tell you anything about that money, about that $2,500? I said, yeah, he told me I'm finna get it to you. She was like, you gonna get it to me tonight, like before I leave? I said, yeah, I'm gonna have it to you. Shit, as soon as we get back in the dorm, give me 15, 20 minutes, I'll have it to you. And she was like, okay, I really appreciate that, man. I really appreciate that. She go in the salad pot, she just popped the door to let me back in the dorm. As I'm walking in the dorm, I glance up a little bit, I see TEVO light on and his feet at the door. His face in the window, but I don't just look at him, I just glance up there a little bit. So he's standing in the door trying to watch a nigga every move. I go back up there, pull my phone back out, went back down to the booth because I didn't have the information linked into the booth like this, like they be doing, but I was on the phone. She was telling me the cash app, and I sent her the money right then and there. I go back in my room, go to sleep. Very next morning, I'm up, getting myself together, knock at the door. Yo, this little bro who got hit in the face with the thing, he coming there, his shit. You could tell he was putting ice on it probably at night, because it ain't as puffy and fat as I know it should look, but you could tell he was in some shit. He like, what's up, big bro? I'm like, what going on? I'm already kind of looking at him. Everything that come to me in moments like this, I'm paying close attention to. So he like, hey, I got a jug, big bro. I'm trying to see goddamn. You feel me? If you could let me make a couple dollars. I'm like, what's up? What you got? He said, man, I got somebody trying to buy a can. I'm trying to see, you feel me, if I could jug some type of way. So I said, shit, tell him you want 1,100, 1,200, and just give me a band. So he was like, all right, write your cash out down for me, big bro. I write it down, give it to him, he leave out the room. I ain't stupid though. I know what's going on. 5 minutes later, he come back, hey, my bad, big bro. It ain't no can. Four of them trying to get 4 cans. I'm like, who? He like, man, one of the brothers in the other dorm on the other side of the compound. I'm like, bro, I ain't got 4 cans, bro. I got about 1.5. I ain't got no 4. That's all I got in my name. He like, damn, I appreciate it, big bro. He leave back out. As soon as he leave out, I go to the door and peep out the thing to see if he go left or right. He go left. I ain't stupid. So now I lean down even lower, peeping out the thing like this, and I see him go straight in TEVO room. TEVO sent him over here trying to see if I had cans on deck. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to see if I got Mitch stuff or whatever. I leave out, go to my little detail. I stop by the hole first. Hollered at Mitch just to check on him. He said he was straight. He just needed some food or whatever. I told him I'll get him some food, bring him some food, go to my detail. The day went straight, come back to the dorm. So when I come back to the dorm, TEVO linked on the thing like this. At the window, as I'm walking up to the dorm, I see him leaning on the thing like this at the window. So he was like, say, see, Bill, ain't even looking at me, looking out the door. I'm like, what's up? Looked at his watch. He said, hey, in 6 minutes, meet at my room. So I'm like, everything straight? He was like, yeah, we got a new brother in the dorm, everybody got it. I'm like, all right, cool. So I shoot up my room, you know, do my thing, paying attention to the clock or whatever. Really had forgot to take Mitch some food. I go out there, I see everybody shooting in his room. I go in his room, it's some big swole ass dude. I'm talking about fat neck, big body, swole. Look like he been lifting bricks his whole life. Bald head, big ass vein popping out his forehead. I'm gonna tell you, all jokes aside, who he put you in the mind of? He put you in the mind of that dude from that movie called Life. You gonna eat your cornbread. That's real life who he reminds you of. So when everybody get in there, TEVO was like, hey, everybody, we got a board member in the dorm now. This Hippo G. I had to bite my tongue so I don't bust out laughing. I said, I see damn well why they call his ass Hippo, because he built just like one. But yeah, all jokes aside though. So, you know, he go to talk, he like, what up, though? My name Hippo. He said, you feel me? I'm a statewide board member. I'm strictly cleanup. That's what I do. I go camp to camp and I clean up. Once one camp get all the way together, I just cause issues so they transfer me so I could leave and go to another camp and get another camp together. He said, I just left tail fair. I just got that shit all the way together. He said, so I'm cleanup crew. I'm coming here and I'm putting all kind of things into play and we trying to, you feel me, get woo-woo-woo. He like, my name Hippo G. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. I've been in Georgia about 25 years, been locked up 21 years, woo-woo-woo. So, you know, after it's over with, I just wait because him and Hippo roommate, Hippo moved in the room with TEVO. TEVO roommate moved out, went wherever he went. And I just waited till I caught Hippo out there somewhere at the sports TV. I went down there. So I walked up on him. I'm like, what up, though, G? So he was like, what up, though? Oh, you trying to use my slang? I'm from that D. I said, nigga, I'm from that D, too. So he like, where you from? So we just went to chopping it up. So now over the next few days, me and Hippo, you know, we get kind of cool. He come into my room a lot. He feel me, when he first needed some cigarettes, whatever, when he first needed some Chris Brown CDs, when he was trying to buy some, I just threw him some. I'm like, you ain't got to pay for it, folks. I got you. Just threw him some, you know what I'm saying? And I was talking to Mitch throughout them days, but I really was at a point where I was like, I'm gonna just let Mitch deal with his situation, because sometimes as a man, bro, you gotta let each individual go through they issues and let them figure it out on their own, so they won't feel like life just sweet and easy. But then I just went to feeling lame as hell because I ain't saying nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? So one day I was in there smoking the Chris Brown CD with Hippo. And I was like, hey, G, let me run something by you real quick. He was like, what's up? So I gave him the whole rundown. Brrr. So he like, with all that shit, old girl say that Buddy kept saying he'll put him on the door and that he said something about this, and that. You could have her say that in front of me? I was like, yeah. He was like, all right, because, you need a witness now to anything you saying. I'm like, yeah. He was like, because, he give me the paperwork on everybody that went to the hole and whatever in the past 30 days. And on here, it says homosexual activity. He said, that's what it say on that paperwork. I said, yeah, his ass lying. He like, okay, well, he going to be in some trouble. And then I just need you to have her say that to me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, cool. So I had done told Mitch to play, but I told him don't say nothing. Somebody called me earlier and was asking me about a couple cans and some Al Green. Now, I was short a little bit on the can and the Al Green, but I know this stuff is in Mitch's pack. So I told him I'm going to have to holler at him later on or whatever the case. So Jax, that's the white boy that's holding all Mitch stuff. He just stay in the day room 24/7. He don't do nothing but drink coffee, eat the cookies, one side vanilla, one side chocolate. That's all he do. He eat the cookies and he drink coffee and he watch TV with his little headphones in all day. He don't bother nobody. He ain't got too many friends in there. He don't have too much company in and out his room. But ever since this incident happened, TEVO would not, for no reason, leave from off that range. Like, he's watching any and every little thing. So I got to figure out a way. Because TEVO ain't no fool now. Well, he's stupid, but he ain't that stupid. I'm trying to think of a way to holler at Jax without TEVO getting suspicious and then trying to put some type of press on Jax where the GDs run and do something to him or something to try to figure something out. So I said, I got it. I got an idea. I just waited and waited a little bit. Jax was going up the steps on the opposite side of my room, going to holler at one of them other white boys or something. When I seen him, I just shot from this side of the range, real aggressive. TEVO, Hippo, the two old school dudes, and little bro who got hit in the face, they was all on the rail in front of TEVO room. So when they see me walking all aggressive, they looking, they like, you good, G? You good? I'm like, man, I'm straight, bro, I'm straight. So I go turn the corner, I'm walking this way towards Jax. So he getting ready to knock on the door, he look up at me, and he take the headphones out. I hear him saying, what's up, CB or Bubba? Or something like that, whatever he was getting ready to say. And I ran up on him like, oh, finna swing on him. I say, bitch ass nigga, you better come on my $50 you owe me. Boy, I'm gonna punch you in your mouth. I ain't playing about my money, boy. Boy, I ain't playing about my money. So he was like, CB, man, what the fuck are you talking about? I said, bro, you better come on my money, bro. I'm not playing no game about my motherfucking money, bro. So, few of them come down. So Hippo grabbed me. He like, hold on, bro. That's an ignorant outburst right there, bro. You can't be doing that, making all that noise about no money. So I moved back this way. Hippo go to talking to Jax. When I come this way, TEVO like, you straight, G? Shit, how long he been on you $50? I say, bro, like, too long, bro. I want my motherfucking money, bro. So I shoot off, go back in the room. Hippo come in my room 2 minutes later. He like, love, G. I'm like, love, bro. He like, hey, I just talked to, what his name is? I said, Jax. He said, yeah, he said he don't owe you no money, bro. He said you might got him mixed up or mistaken with somebody else or something. I said, bro, to be honest, I don't even care no more, bro. He can have it because I just almost crashed out, bro, and he can have it, bro. I don't even want it. Just tell him stay out my face. Leave me alone, bro. So he was like, you straight, G? I'm like, yeah. He was like, bro, you seem real sensible, real level-headed the other day. You just kind of spazzed out about some bullshit. I'm like, nah, that ain't no bullshit, folks. So he like, all right. So he like, you still ain't got down heard from Shawty? I'm like, nah, I'm waiting till she come back to work. So he like, all right, he leave out the room. Just like I knew, about 10 minutes later. Yo, it's Jax. I'm like, open the door, bro. So he come walking in the room, scared as hell. He like, hey, CB or Bubba, I don't know if it was a miss. I don't remember owing you no money. I mean, do I? Do I owe you $50, Bubba? So I'm like, 2015 Honda Accord. So when I said that, his eyes got big. I was like, bro, I just had to goddamn, you feel me? Because these niggas be watching, trying to pay attention and everything. He was like, whew, boy, I feel so much better, boy. I was scared shitless, man. I thought you were going to kick my ass. He was like, all right, man, I got that shit down there, bro, whenever. You know what I'm saying? I was like, bro, don't tell nobody else. He said, man, my fucking lips are zipped, man. If you wouldn't have just told me that code, man, I wouldn't have done it. I'm like, I bet. So I told him, I'm like, hey, I need like 2 cans and I need an ounce of that weed. Just get it out for me. He got it all sectioned off. Just get that out for me. And then, any opportunity you see to run up here in my room, throw it under the pillow, just do it. make sure that nigga Tevo ain't watching you. He like, all right, man, all right. He eventually get it done. I make the play, cap a couple dollars. Very next day, the girl worked. She called yard call. People just busy doing what they doing, the door open. People coming in and out the dorm all day. I tell Hippo come down here with me. We go in the salad poke. I told her who he was. I just gave her a quick introduction, like, hey, this bro who word means everything. I'm like, tell me what you said. But it been telling you before this happened, and she went down telling everything she told me that night. And I was like, and then what you say, he said, Buddy went to the whole folks, so she said the same shit. So came back in the room. Hippo was like, all right, I'm finna write it up. Hippo wrote it up the right way. Then I signed the witness slot in the first portion and in the second portion. Hippo went over there. One of them old school dudes that was going crazy, that was gonna go crazy that night, they actually is in charge of violations. Ain't that crazy? So they the ones that come up with what a person violation gonna be. So he go over there and I guess holler at them about whatever. They call a meeting in his room. About an hour later, everybody go in the room. He called Tevo out. He say, hey, G, I was looking over this paperwork about, the past situations that happened in this dormitory. Before he could finish, Tevo was like, G, just like you said when you first came in the dorm, bro. You said whatever happened in the past is the past, and you just focused on the present and the future right now. He said, yeah, I am. That's right. That's true. But I was looking over this paperwork, basically, like, nigga, fuck what you talking about. He like, I was looking over this paperwork, and I noticed that for this brother, this individual by the name of Mitch, I see that he went to the hole for homosexual activity. So Tevo was like, he ain't say nothing, he just nodded. So Mitch looked around at everybody else. Hippo looked around at everybody else. He said, was anybody else in this dorm familiar that the brother Mitch went to the hole for homosexual activity? So everybody was like, hell no, we ain't never heard no shit like that. So Tevo started trying to say something. Hippo shut him down. So he was like, another thing I noticed, brother, on this first signature as the witness for this statement you wrote where you said this individual, Mitch, admitted to watching homosexual things on his phone. I noticed that the signature is the same as the witness. I noticed that signature, as well as the person who's reporting this signature, is the exact same family. Can you explain that to me? And Mitch was like, Tevo was like, man, G, I'm gonna be honest with you. The only person who really, you feel me, knew what was going on, he ain't want to sign it. He ain't want to sign it, G. And you feel me? I just signed it because I knew it was righteous. He said, so who was the other person that knew what was going on? He said, CBL. Man, I looked at that, man. I said, G, don't lie on me like that, bro. I said, don't fucking lie on me like that, bro. You lying, nah, G. You lying. That man ain't never said nothing, did nothing. I don't want to balling my fist up now. Now, I'm not worried about them two old school dudes taking flight on me, trying to kill me, because Hippo in here, Hippo got more pull than everybody, and Hippo got one of them damn near turned against him. So I'm like, G, don't lie on me like that, G. Don't lie on me like that. He like, nigga, hey, you got your fist balled up, for like you about to goddamn bomb. I say, nigga, I will. GDI bomb on your ass right now. Boy, don't lie on me like that. So Hippo was like, man, y'all chill out. Cut it out. So, you feel me? I piped down and stuff. So he was like, okay, that's your word against his word. He said, but the fact that you went through this and signed that on your own, knowing that was wrong, that's number one against you. He said, number two, he said, this lady said that he did the rundown. So he was like, okay, where the witnesses at? Any witnesses, G? Any witnesses? He said, yeah, C-Bill, me and C-Bill was out there. She said it to both of our face. So now he's going by things the proper way that Tevo should have did the first time if he wasn't capping. He was like, yeah, she said it to both of us family, so we both the witnesses. And, it's just mighty strange. So that's number two. He said, it's just mighty strange that you said homosexual activity. You the only one signed it, but you signed it as another witness also, knowing you're not supposed to do that. We got witnesses for the things that this girl was saying that you would do, and then you actually went ahead and carried it out. And C-Bill said that you asked him to let's just steal the man pack and bust it down the middle. So Tevo look over at me. I looked right back at him like, yeah, nigga, you said that. So he was like, so with that being said, family, I'm going to give the floor to the chief violator. Whatever his decision is, if I don't feel that, it's enough, or if I feel like it's too much, I will alter it or whatever the case is. He said, so I'm going to just pass it over to the chief violator. So the dude who was doing the violations, the old school dude, one of the same dudes that was about to go out there and go crazy for TEVO, he was like, I just say you get a violation, family. I ain't with all that putting my brother on the dope. I really don't believe in that unless you did something real crazy. I'm sitting here thinking in my head, nigga, you just shot out the room, was ready to kill Mitch. Now you sitting here talking about this, I don't believe in putting my brother on the dope. That be that picking side shit, because he really kind of fucked with me, TEVO. That's why he don't want to do it with TEVO. He like, I just say you receive a 45-second physical violation, family, for, trying to manipulate the org to turn against another brother, trying to steal from the brother, just all kind of little shit he said. And for trying to manipulate the org to turn on the brother, you know what I'm saying, about a female or whatever the case is. So TEVO like, all right, I accept that. So Hippo was like, how many people you need in this violation, family? Old school was like 3. So he was like, 45 seconds. Hippo was like, I can go for that. I can go for that. And then he was like, and also what I'm gonna add on that, family, your positioning over the dorm, your chief of security positioning over the dorm, you're being stripped from that. Right now, you're back to just being an outstanding member. You officially have no more positioning, and that will be reported to my other board members or whatever the case. So TEVO was like, all right, whatever. Hippo went to pointing at people. I was the first person he pointed at. He said, CB, little bro who I was messed up, and he picked another brother. And he said, y'all gonna be the ones to carry this violation out. And we was like, all right, everybody else cleared out the room. Me and the other 2 dudes, we kind of formed almost like a circle. They had me directly in front of TEVO. TEVO was standing in front of me. He moved to the center of the floor. Hippo came all the way over here to the front of the cell, like where the door at and the toilet at. He was standing on his left side. Old school who was doing the violation was standing on his right side, and there was somebody else standing outside the door, holding the door. Hippo said in 3, 2, 1, and then he hit the little GD noise. When he made the noise, I went in TEVO shit. And the other 2 did. And we just went to him. We went to beating his ass for 45 seconds. He was fighting back, though. But he wasn't really talking about nothing. Not with 3 of us. I mean, one-on-one, it probably would have been a better chance. But 3 of us, he wasn't really doing nothing. We went to beating his ass real good. 45 seconds. Once it was over with, his shit was busted up or whatever. We had to dap him up. And then we left out the room. I went in my room. Hippo finally came back in there. We went to chopping it up. He told me, oh, boy, you hit his ass good. He like, boy, you hit his ass good, boy. I'm like, yeah, man, that nigga did some lame ass shit. So he like, so what's up, bro? I'm like, well, he said he told the folks he just need to clear his mind. They make you sit in the hole for 30 days or whatever the case is, no matter what you go to the hole for. He was like, but shit, I told him everything. A1, come back in his dorm. So he was like, all right, bet. 3 more weeks go by. It done finally hit the 30-day mark. I went to pull my phone out one day, checked. I had a text from Mitch saying, on my way back to the dorm. I called his phone, but it went straight to voicemail. So I know they probably told him to pack it up. He texted me and cut the phone off and put it up real quick. I went and got Hippo and told Hippo. Hippo was like, I bet. So it was some dude in my room. One of the guys that came from another camp. He had been my roommate about a week and a half now. So I had told him, I'm like, hey, G, I just told him, like, bro, who was already in here, he moving back to this dorm right now. So I just helped him go and find another room real quick. And I left my room open. Mitch moved back in the dorm. He came up there. That boy was happy as hell to see me. Hippo came in there. I introduced him to Hippo. He don't care now. He shoot out the room. Say, Jax. Say, Jax. All loud and shit. Jax ended up coming up there. He said, man, go grab my shit. All my shit. Everything. So Jack's like, all right, he leave out the room. He looked at me. He said, hey, bro, did you end up getting anything out of there? I say, yeah, I got some Chris Brown and some Al Green. I had to make a play. I shorted myself a little bit from what I sent old girl, but I mean, on the flip end, I got a good amount. He said, no, I ain't even about the flip end, G. You supposed to get your value from them type of prices. He said, I got you when he come back up here. So he was like, he looked at Hippo. He was like, G, you straight? You need anything? You got stuff? He was like, hell nah, I need it, you feel me? I'm about to grab me some stuff, though. He was like, man, you straight, G. I'm about to throw you a phone, a can, and a zipper Al Green CD. He was like, oh, that's love right there, G. So bro was like, he said, CB, I've been hearing, boy, the compound top. He said, boy, I heard you went off of TEVO shit good. I said, yeah, I rocked his ass hard, I ain't gonna lie. He was like, yeah, that what that bitch ass nigga get. Hippo was like, to be honest, I really wanted to add to they shit and put them on the door, but I wanted to wait till bruh got back in the dorm, you know what I'm saying, just so, you know, he could be a part of it or whatever, because that shit's so unrighteous, bro. And I'm just sitting back thinking it could have went so many ways and brother could have really got hurt or whatever the case. So Mitch was like, you talking about putting TEVO on the door? And he was like, yeah. He was like, you dead serious, G? He was like, yeah, no, I'm serious. I just was really trying to wait it out. Once it came out that brother was doing all that lying on you, I wanted to put him on the door the same violation day. But I said, I'm going to wait until you get back in the dorm. He said, oh, man, G, please tell me I ain't hearing shit, G. Please tell me I ain't tripping. But I'd gladly go handle that business, G. So he was like, all right, we're going to get it taken care of later on. So Jax come up there with all his shit. He kept his word. He gave Hippo everything he said. He shot me another 2 zips of Al Green CD. He still had a whole bunch. Later on that day came, Hippo called a meeting in the room and he was just like, bro, to be honest, I'm just not satisfied with that violation. I feel like I can't trust you being around me, you know what I'm saying, whoop, 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 like that. He was like, so I need you to go to the hole and do you 45 days in the hole, and then you come back out, but just don't come back to this dormitory. If you want to come back to this dormitory, you need to give it 60 days instead of 45. And then, you know, because I really need you to think about what you did, and I need you to understand how brothers could have really got hurt. And you know, just it could have went any type of way, bro, about you lying and playing. And I'm just not satisfied with that, you know what I'm saying? So he was like, brother, step out the room. So TEVO was like, shit, I got to pack all my stuff and get my stuff right. What you mean, step out the room? So Hippo looked at Mitch. He was like, Mitch, family, pack all his shit up. And then Hippo came walking this way, like to the door. He was like, brother, step out the room. And then TEVO was like, man, what that nigga touching my shit for? What up? Hippo pushed him out the room. Boom. So TEVO went out there onto the range. Hippo came out there, got in his face. He said, motherfucker, when I tell you step out the room, nigga, that's what you do. I was very respectful. I treated you like a brother. It don't matter what type of rank and position I got. I didn't disrespect you. I didn't put my positioning on you and try to chump you off no type of way. Nigga, when I tell you to step out the room, nigga, you follow directive. That's what you do, nigga. You follow a motherfucking directive. And it's so crazy because this shit was coming back full circle, biting TEVO in the ass the same way he tried to try people, talking about some follow a directive. This the same way Hippo hitting him, but Hippo shit really righteous though. And you got old school them done came up. You got a few of us. I even went over there. I ain't gonna cap. Like on TEVO ass, like, boy, try it. I dare you, try it. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, I'm just saying, G. I'm just saying. Hippo was like, bro, get on the door. Get on the door. He was like, bro, I need my shit, though, G. He was like, bro, this is my last time I'm going to tell you, get on the door. He said, if I say the words, get on the door again out my mouth, y'all head to toe this brother right now. And when they say head to toe him, they mean beat his mother ass bad, beat him. He said, if I say get on the door to this brother one more time, y'all head to toe this brother. And then he looked at TEVO. TEVO was like, he just went to the door, bro. It's so funny because the officer is Mitch girl that's working. He went to the door, told her whatever he had to tell her. She popped the door, let him in the salad poke. Mitch went to walking out there with all his property, put it down on the thing, and then linked into the flap and just chopped it up, started kicking it with the girl. And TEVO had to sit right there and watch him the whole time, bro. And it's just so crazy how that thing came back full circle and bit TEVO in the ass. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to tell y'all about the return of my boy Mitch. And I mean, it seems like when people do BS and unrighteous stuff, bro, somehow it always come back on them at some point in life. Whether it's that same way, whether it's something that happened to their kids, their mama, their family, just however, bro. It comes back. Even if it don't come back as quick as this did, it comes back. It pays to do the right thing, bro. Stay sucker free. It's your boy Bill Dumb.